What's up everyone, it's Iceman aka Jay, and in this video I got for you guys some leaked images of Battlefield 1. Now this is really interesting because we get to see some vehicles that we haven't really seen in the initial reveal trailer, such as this one right here as you see on screen. That looks pretty badass if I do say so myself. I love the little lights there, they're very nice. So we're going to go through all of these images in this video. So that's the first one. You see a couple of the biplanes crossing over in a desert that it appears as you see the rocky mountain front to the left. We'll move on to the next image here. Now it looks like some sort of castle front that the cannons are trying to defend against the biplanes. It looks absolutely beautiful if I do say so myself. Quickly moving along. Now this is the jungle map. Now we have seen a little bit of glimpses of this. As you see, there is someone using the turret at the back of this, what I would call a buggy. Now people didn't know whether there were going to be buggies in this game because of the horses. They thought that the horses were strictly going to be used for that. It appears here that it's not, and as you see, there's a vehicle here and he's shooting out the back of it. So that's some very interesting stuff right there. You see the cover mechanics going into place. So when you are looking behind something, could this mean that you look behind cover like that it goes into an animation? We're not entirely sure. You see a person back here coming up onto this soldier hiding behind the wall. And here you see the biplanes making some sort of bombing run against the tank right here, and it's getting absolutely destroyed. And to the right you see some well, I would call a broken castle. I don't know how to describe that, like some sort of Stonehenge or something. Some very nice trees. Love the color of the trees, right? I feel like I'm some sort of like tourism guide right now. And this is the first time I've seen these images, so I'm not going to pretend like I've seen them before. And then you see right here a bunch of destroyed territory right here through the middle, and then it's more clear out there, so I guess that's where the battle is taking place. Then on the outside it's kind of just left. As you see again, the biplanes are really at the forefront. You know, it's funny, all of these images so far, well, besides a couple, have actually not had the planes, so that is quite interesting. Now you see, we saw something similar like this in the trailer where the planes were going through the mountain front, so that's pretty much standard. Again, this is another plane going through, the soldiers watching overhead. And then we got this one. This is a really nice shot because it shows one of the soldiers just, I don't want to say it's a nice shot, but it's an interesting shot, the way the soldier's going down, and then there's another one going through it. You can see there's some sort of filter put on top of this, like some sort of cartoon filter put on top of this. And then you got another one here. This is quite interesting because I don't know who's put these filters on them. It's very odd. I'd like to see, you know, more representation of what it's going to be. Not sure about these filters. This is very similar. Now we've seen this hallway a part of the initial reveal trailer, so that is to be expected. And as you see, the tank is actually going through. Now in the multiplayer, that is a question to note. Can the tank literally just ram through the building like that? That is a question that is yet to be answered until we see the multiplayer reveal, and even then they may make changes later on. Now moving along, we see more of a town that could have civilization in it, but it has clearly been abandoned, and there is more of a... Now this actually reminds me of Grand Bazaar in the sense that it's very corridor driven. If you see the way everything is mapped out, you see like one lane going across here, you see one lane going across there, and then another lane going across there. This actually reminds me of Grand Bazaar, and if it does go that route where it's more simple, I think it could be one of the better maps in the game. Now, I know that's thinking far ahead, and as you see, riding the horse, you got it. I'm not exactly sure. There's some sort of 44 Magnum variant of. I'm not entirely sure what that weapon is. And then you see the chasing on a bike, and that is absolutely awesome. So I wonder if we'll be able to use that in the multiplayer. It appears that we probably will. And then again, now what is this here? There appears to be a torpedo, and this appears to be some sort of boat with a turret on it shooting down the plane as it's going through there. That is a bit of a tight space to get through. I know myself that there's been some tight spaces I've gone through. I don't know where I'm... Anyway, let's just move along. And all the flamethrower, that is an epic shot right there. Very nice. And then you see the background there of the castle. And again, we see that famous spike right there. It's badass, man. And now this is that. We've seen quite a lot of this little map here. It reminds me of... What does it remind me of? The close quarters maps, like Zeba Tower, that type of thing. Expect it to be a very close quarters, tight-knit map. The TDM variants should be pretty good for this, and the domination variants as well. And then we have, it appears, the soldier shooting down the corridor again to his opponent down there. They're in the middle of a firefight. And there you go. There's the final shot. Right there, the horse appears to... It looks like it's about to get its head chopped off by that plane. That's very unfortunate. We go on here. It's a very nice shot. Keep going. There's a genuine cannon that's just laying down fire. Now this could be comparable to let's go back. This could be comparable to the mortar in the sense that you're firing from afar, getting your targets, and they'll do heavy damage. Of course, it will take time to load the cannon, so that is something to keep in mind. Now, this is a really nice setting. It shows off the rain and the variants of different weather that will be in this game. It's a very gloomy feeling, and that is more representative of World War I than the flashy lights. That is a better representation of World War I right there, in my opinion, in terms of general feel. This, again, see, it's very gloomy. As you see, you got the Zeppelins on top right here. It's a snow map, kind of, but it's got mountains to it. It could be compared to Albor's Mountains. I believe that's the map. And then moving along, another shot with the plane. Moving on to another shot. I see the ship. I was going to say, moving on to another shot, we see the ship. There's a tongue twister. Now that looks pretty nice right there. You got little sailboats in the background. That reminds me of a Battlefield Bad Company 2 map. I can't remember the name of it right now. Could it be Arica Harbor? I'm not sure. Moving along. As we see, there's a soldier struggling to get up. He's got that club, which will absolutely mess someone up. You do not want to get hit by that. It's not a good time. And I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. What is happening here? I'm not going to pretend like I know. There's a giant battleship. Now, the battleships you will be able to control in-game, which is very, very nice. And these guys right here don't stand much of a chance against that thing. And as you see, the soldiers... wait a minute. Okay, so the soldiers are coming up. Now, is this the... I might absolutely butcher this. Is this the ANZAC... Could this be the ANZAC Cove map, the Gallipoli thing? That I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I've just totally butchered that. There appears to be a tank rushing through the trench. You see soldiers in the trench. It appears that the tank is coming on top of them right there. That's a nice shot. You got the Zeppelin and the soldier looking behind. There's a tank that appears to be stuck. The guy driving mustn't have... is it stuck or is it buried? I'm not entirely sure. Biplanes. Big Ben. Big Ben, I'm pretty sure. You see a little plane in the background, the Zeppelin. I'm sure I've butchered some of this, like locative history right here, but it's not really my strong suit. So, as you see here, now it appears that he's on top of something, and he's going to try and kill him while he's on the plane. That's pretty savage right there. And what? He's hanging off on top of that, trying to shoot down the planes. That is pretty badass. I think the level 100 Colonel of Battlefield Friends would have something to say about that. You see the planes coming in on top again, soldiers looking at the planes coming across. Parachuting, so parachuting is in the game. That is to be expected. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that's all of the photos. So, there you go, guys. a bunch of new photos for Battlefield 1. It gives you more of an insight of what the game's going to be. Very exciting stuff. Leave your thoughts in the comments section below what you think about this. And by the way, I'd like you guys to check out my Patreon page. It will be in the description below if you would like to check it out. You get some reward perks and such, including impact on what type of videos you want to see, Skype calls and things like that. So if you're interested, I'll leave a link in the description below so you can check that out. And also supports my channel, and it really shows me who the real fans are. And you know, if you're willing to put your money where your mouth is, then hey, all power to you. You don't have to, but again, there it is. But there it is, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, share, subscribe, and peace.